believed to be members of the NDC stormed and locked up several district offices in relation to the work that the officers were doing. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Bank of Ghana Governor assures of protecting economic gains as Monetary Policy Committee begins 125th meeting.
That's in 15 minutes from the Citi Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations, including in the Western region on Premier 100.5 FM, Beach 105.5 FM, also Sky 93.5 FM, all of them based in Takrady. In the Bono region, Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In Ahafo region on Hammers Radio 106.5 FM in Goso. In the Ashanti region, we are live on Alpha Radio 104.9 in Kumasi. We are also on Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. If you go to the Volta region, we are on Global 105.1 FM in Ho, Adanu 107.7 FM in Adakluwaya. In the northern region, we are on Diamond 93.7 FM in Tamale. We are in the Upper West region in Laura on 88.1 FM, and that's Westlink. In the Upper East region, we are live on Source 100.1 FM in Boko and also Mike 105.3 FM in Navrongo. In the Northeast region, we are live on 101.3 FM, that's in Nakwanduri. The station is SCAP FM. We are live on YouTube and live on Facebook. Just look for Citi FM and listen to the conversation. You can join us by sending your messages to our WhatsApp platform 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Alternatively, you can go on Twitter, now known as X, and mention my handle at Umaru Sanda or at Citi973 at the hashtag Eyewitness News and let the world hear what you think of the stories we've been bringing you. Now, the government communications machinery at the Jubilee House has started a campaign where ministers of state come to account to Ghanaians. In fact, 3 ministers come every week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to give updates on what they are doing in their sectors. Today, it was a turn of the Minister for Justice and Attorney General, the Member of Parliament for Bolga East, Dr. Dominic Ayine. What has he been telling pressmen? Ajubi.
Well, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, has defended the state's decision to discontinue the criminal case against former Finance Minister Dr. Kwabena Dufo and 7 others involved in the collapse of Uni Bank. According to the Attorney General, a settlement proposal was received in March 2025 after negotiations with the legal representatives of the accused and the receiver of Uni Bank. He states that the accused offered to settle a revised obligation of 3.3 billion Ghana cedis, and as part of the agreement, the accused persons will pay 2 billion cedis, 800 million cedis in assets, and 1.2 billion cedis through cooperation with the receiver to recover funds.
We'll try and bring you that soundbite from the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, but he's talked about a lot of other themes. The SkyTrain, a very controversial decision by the Akufo-Addo administration, has been a subject of investigation. In fact, there was a promise to build a SkyTrain here in Ghana. Recall that the Akufo-Addo administration had a Ministry for Railway Development. Now, the Attorney General under the new administration has been investigating that particular SkyTrain issue. Some payments supposedly made, but we do not have the SkyTrains. So today, the Attorney General explained why no one has been put in court, or why there is a delay, rather, because Professor Kumfia Meyao once appeared in court having been charged in relation to that particular subject. Journalists asked him why there seems to be delay in the prosecution of the SkyTrain matter. Listen.
In the SkyTrain, to add that, but for the change of solicitors, and the multiple medical excuses of the second accused person, that is Prof. Ameyaw Kumfi, and recently of the lawyer for the first accused person, we would have called 2 of the 6 witnesses by now. That notwithstanding, the trial in the SkyTrain case is expected to start before the beginning of the legal vacation.
On the issue of the National Service Scheme scandal, the Attorney General disclosed that 8 suspects have approached his office for plea negotiations. Among them are 3 former officers of the National Service Authority, with some officials also expressing willingness to testify against their colleagues.
The National Service Authority scandal case was due to be filed last week, as promised, when we stumbled upon evidence of malfeasance involving an account at the Bank of Ghana to which had been transferred an amount of 189 million Ghana cedis. Out of this amount, 80 million Ghana cedis cannot be traced. But we found 2 checks bearing the name and account details of the former Director General, Mr. Osei Asibe, which had been used to withdraw funds totaling a little under 2 million Ghana cedis from the said account. We have therefore halted the filing of charges so as to await the receipt of the evidence from the relevant state agencies, including the Bank of Ghana, Ministry of Finance, and the Controller and Accountant General's Department. I am, however, happy to announce that at least 8 suspects in this investigation have approached my office for plea negotiations, including 3 former officers of the National Service Authority.
So that's Dr. Dominic Ayine, the Attorney General. Now, there's another one that he talked about, the most controversial perhaps of all. The former governor of the Central Bank of Ghana, former Finance Minister Dr. Kwabena Dufo, and some other persons have been standing trial in relation to their role in the collapse of Uni Bank, a bank that Dr. Kwabena Dufo owned. Now, last week, the Attorney General announced that he had filed the nolli prosequa against Kwabena Dufo and other persons, and this was because at least 60% of whatever they were supposed to pay to the state had been paid. The Attorney General was subjected to lots of backlash and tongue lashing after that particular issue. Today, when he spoke to the media, he said that the accused persons offered to settle a revised obligation of 3.3 billion cedis, and this was part of the agreement. And he says the accused persons would pay 2 billion, 800 million in assets and 1.2 billion through cooperation with the receiver to recover funds. Let's listen to that, because that has become one of the key issues that the minority has concerns with. Let's listen to him.
It is important to state for the avoidance of doubt that the total exposure in the criminal case is part of the total civil case exposure. In other words, the 1.2 billion is not in addition to or on top of the 5.7 billion, which was revised down to 2.8 billion. The charges in the criminal case against the accused persons involve a total liability. No, sorry, I think I'm repeating myself. Now, the 5.7 billion was made up of the following. That is from the initial, stage of the case. 2 billion being loans and advances which Uni Bank made to related and connected parties. 3.7 billion being payments made on behalf of or on the instructions of the accused persons.
So that's Attorney General and MP for Bolga is Dr. Dominic Ayine. Let's go to Parliament and speak to the Honorable Kwame Nyimedu Entry. He's MPP Member of Parliament for Asante Achim Central. He is also the ranking member on the Constitutional, Legal and Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament. He's joined us on the line. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Great. Good evening. You've called a press conference. You've threatened, based on what you've said, to challenge the